There's a few slides here about the relationship with Canada. There, obviously, here I'm just speaking about the economic situation, and you could see that in general we have relatively large scope of trade. The balance of trade is that on average we export more than we import. Just due to time, I'll say that we can deliver those slides to the members if they want to. You could see the major industries that we are at. Obviously, I won't talk about the exchange rate. I will say that we see tourism is growing over time. Obviously, 2020 is a lost year in terms of tourism. We all hope that maybe in the second half of 2021 things change back, and obviously that's an important aspect for us and for the continuing relationship, both business and non-business. I guess I'll say a few words. I think the recovery. I think Israel is right now going into is in a lockdown. We are debating how long this will last. This is not an easy question. We are bringing in the economic implication of these lockdowns. I think one of the challenges, not just in Israel but everywhere, is how to do these recovery scenarios. And we see in Europe there's also there's a resurgence of morbidity. So I'm not sure Israel, while we've made mistakes, and there's basically issues with large gatherings that have really prevented us from lowering the rate of morbidity. We are seeing initial signs of a decline in these things, but it's too early to make a call. But I think these types of issues are likely to show up in many other countries. I think as I'm thinking more generally outside of Israel, as an economist, there's going to be an issue of people naturally save more, and how to move these savings into consumptions and into what we call capex investments. There's obviously, as this event is taking longer, I've coined the language that instead of a V-shaped crisis and recovery, we are now more like in a Nike logo event where it's a deep down and it's going to be a prolonged comeback. And the question is, what are the implications for financial markets turbulence? And one, obviously, as supervisors, you always the banking sector in Israel is very stable, had a very good portfolio, entered the crisis in a very good situation, is in a good situation, faces various stress tests very well. But nonetheless, the question beyond that is just as this crisis lingers, what effects it has on various businesses. We know the crisis is not affecting everyone evenly. Small businesses are taking the brunt of it. Lower income workers are taking the brunt of it. There's also going to be major labor market functioning issues. We have many unemployed. How many will be reemployed? And there's going to be massive reallocation. Certain jobs are not going to be there down the road. I've talked a little bit about the fiscal support. There is a large deficit and increased debt. And I think many countries will face this. Israel is also facing this, but the markets right now understand that we're doing it as part of dealing with the crisis, and as long as it is targeted towards that, and as long as we are able to also do the budget for 2021, the markets will understand the actions more favorably. I think I will stop here, and I wish you and everyone who's listening obviously good health and keep safe. There's no